Hi guys, so we have three demos for you today. So first is AppSync. So this is GraphQL. No? So this is an alternative way of doing API endpoints. So traditionally we have HTTP. No, that's actually done using API gateway or application load balancers. But with GraphQL, you're able to do it in a more optimized way, especially for front-end developers. And this particular POC is done using Amazon Bedrock. So this is my POC. So my POC is using Amazon Cognito, no, for authentication and authorization. I'm also explaining advanced security features of Amazon Cognito. And finally, we have the Minecraft. Now, the Minecraft is powered by Gen AI, Amazon Bedrock. So this is essentially you tell the bot what to do. So if he types "come to me," the bot will come to him. No, so they also talk with one another. No, so I'm coming to find you. I'm here. No, stand in front of me. It will stand in front. The bot will stand in front. So for today, let me deep dive on my POC, which is AWS Cognito, authorization and authentication. So I actually have a quick guide for you. So first is the user portal. This is a front-end website. And what we do is typically we have a Cognito user pool that manages our user accounts. So typically if you have a Laravel application, if you're a developer, how you would do this is you would install a package that allows you to have login, register, all of that. And then you'll have to maintain that. Sometimes it will have outdated security modules or encryption modules. You'll have to patch that yourself. With Cognito, you don't have to worry about that. Just call it via an API endpoint, and that's it, right? And the beauty and the strength of Cognito is how it's integrated with these AWS services like API Gateway, so you don't have to code as much. And you'll see that in my later slides. So this one is the flow. First is you log in. The front end, you use Amplify to log in by email and password. No? And then you send that to Cognito.
Okay.
Cognito will issue an MFA challenge, maybe SMS, maybe OTP like Authy or Google Authenticator. And then you send the OTP to Cognito. And then when Cognito determines the right OTP, it sends back a token set. Token set is composed of three tokens: refresh token, access token, and identity token.
Kompleto.
Yeah.
It's complete.
So we have refresh token, which we have access token and identity token. It expires every 60 minutes. Therefore, you would need the refresh token to get a new set.
Okay.
And then the identity token just tells Cognito and the backend that you are who you are. You are Sir Arps. You are the user that is claiming to be the user. And then the access token does the same thing, but it also specifies additional accesses that you might have.
So that in case that one of the tokens get stolen, may limit.
Yes. Yeah, every 60 minutes, or you can make it shorter.
Okay.
So that's like stateless authentication. Like stateless for like a limited period of time, like 60 minutes. After that, it will have to contact the backend again to renew the session.
Galing ah.
So that's I don't know. So some companies for sensitive use cases they make it smaller. So maybe 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes they have to renew. Or maybe every 1 minute they have to renew.
Mm.
So they make it shorter if it's more security is more needed. Because imagine if you will invalidate the token and it's stateless, it will last until the expiry. And many things can happen within 60 minutes.
Mm.
So the token, the access token is stored in the front end. No? And then every time the front end calls the backend API, it will send it in the headers. The front end will include it in every request in the headers, and then send it to API gateway. And then send it to API gateway. No? API gateway, no, the Cognito that we know, it just checks the token validity and expiry.
Yeah, yeah.
But the new feature of Cognito is in the API gateway, it can also check the custom scope, meaning it can do authorization in
Talaga?
API
Wow.
gateway. Right? Previously, we have to do it in the back end,
Mm.
which means the request will pass through API gateway as long as you are a registered user. And then in the back end, you will have to configure the authorization whether the user can access this endpoint or not.
So when you say authorization, this is different from authentication, di ba?
Yes.
So what's a good example of parang authentication and authorization in this scenario?
In this scenario, authentication is when you claim to be Jambi with this email and password and
Okay.
this MFA, and then when you pass all of those tests, you are authenticated. you are logged in. That's
Okay.
authentication.
Okay, okay.
Authorization is if you're in this demo, you will see that you can view a series of posts and comments. No, in this session, you can only view comments as part of the permission. That's authorization. You can view the comments but not the post.
Ah, you're authorized to do
Yes.
something.
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay.
So then, when API Gateway admits your request, it goes to the backend, and the backend responds to you. So, how is this possible? This is made possible by a new feature in Cognito that is called Advanced Security. Advanced Security is it allows you to modify the access token while you generate it. For example, you have a sign in. So the user is signing in. Cognito will trigger the pre-hook token, that a pre-hook token generation, and it will go to the Lambda hook, and then you will add a scope. So let me show you in the code.
Oh, may demo ah.
Yes. So here, if the user is part of commenter admin, I'm adding this scope, which is dev comments. So that means you can access it. So it's added in the JWT. So when you review the JWT, it's actually here.
Okay.
And the API gateway trusts this token because this is signed by Cognito. So it's signed by Cognito by a private key public key RSA 256. So anything that's written here, you're sure that it's not tampered.
So that's why it's called fine grain
Mm.
because you can control which path that
Yes.
token can access.
Yes. This is fine grained on a level of action based API endpoints. But there's also a more advanced permutation of this called CDAR. When the CDAR is like
RBAC.
RBAC,
Yeah.
declarative language like YAML for
Yeah.
RBAC.
Yeah.
So that is using another AWS service called Amazon Verified Permissions, and you integrate it with Cognito. So there's actually a POC for that as well. So that's something that's not in the scope of the. This is more of per API endpoint. Can this be achieved?
Ah.
All right. So some features of advanced security, you can opt to trust a device. You'll see that later. You'll also see event history. So let's show the event history here. So when you turn on advanced settings, you can see all of the events of the user. The user did attempted to sign in at 9:14 and at 10:42.
Ah,
You
may
can
tracking
also,
na. There's
yeah,
tracking already.
yes, but this comes at a increased cost.
Okay.
So I want to be able to show you and be completely transparent. One of the core strengths of Cognito is its pricing. It's actually 4.6 cents for 10 users. That's very cheap. 4.6 cents USD. But if you do advanced security features, it rises to 5 cents per user. Still cheap, but over time with volume, it becomes a little bit more expensive.
Okay.
So around for estimating 2 million users, you will have a bill of 5,000 USD per month. So, so still cheap for 2 million users, but it increases quite a bit. But the features that you get is worth it. And then, yeah, I think we can proceed with the demo. Let me show you the demo. So I have a video demo. So here we started with just signing up for an account. So we put the name, the email, phone number, username, and password. So let me fast track. And then I entered OTP. An email was sent to my an email was sent to my address, and then I added the code here to make sure that it's really me signing up.
Wait a minute. So the OTP code, that's handled by Cognito automatically or it's a custom
Uh, it's
implementation?
handled by Cognito automatically with SES integration.
Okay.
So it's very convenient. You just click a button and it integrated immediately. And then for the first login, we uh, For the first login, we set up our MFA. In this, you copy this token, put it in something like Google Authenticator, and then enter the code above, right? So here, wait lang. Okay, so there. And then automatically, this device is part of our trusted devices. So the next time we log out and we log in again, we don't have to do MFA anymore. No? So
So the trusted device database,
it's
it's
incognito.
in incognito. You didn't implement it yourself. It's
Yes.
already part of the service.
Yes. In my previous implementation, where I did this for a Philippine company, I used to have the device information in DynamoDB. Now with this new release feature, we don't have to do that anymore. So yeah, so we needed to do OTP again, right? So this one, no, I'm just gonna show you the device tracking log and the user event history of that user that we just created. And then we add the user to a specific group, which is comment admin to add permissions. No? Uh, so right now the comment data is not available, right? So it's not there. We are not able to access it. If you check the JWT, no, there is no scope for showing comments. It's not there. No, it's empty.
Okay.
No? So we go back, we add the comment admin. No, but the thing with
Ah.
Cognito is you have to sign out first because the token is generated already
Okay.
and is still valid. It's not invalidated. You go in, jump in, and then we see the comments available already as a table.
I see.
And then use that access token, copy paste it in JWT, and then you see it here. It's added already in the scope.
Nice.
And then the last part of this demo is me showing the code. So it's actually in the pre-token generation, it's actually added as a scope. If the user is part of the Cognito group, comment admin. So this is the only custom part. The part where API gateway verifies if the
Mm.
user can access the API endpoint is no code involved. That's all native AWS features working by itself. So yeah. So that's it. That's it for my demo.
Wow. Pretty powerful. I think before there's no such features
Yeah.
before, but I think now now they have already like a solution for this type of like common use case.
Yeah.
Good job, good job.
Thank you.
Amazing demo.
Yes. So for me, no. Why will you use Cognito? Now, for me, I will use Cognito if one, my application is already in AWS. So if my application is using API gateway already, application load balancer, and it's already all there, it's easier to integrate. Number two, if your concern is cost. So other CIM providers, I will not mention names, it's like $3-4 per user.
Wow.
But they are more full-fledged features, but the expense is prohibitive, especially if you're in the millions. So better to use Cognito, which is at most 52 cents. No? Sorry, 5 cents or maybe 5 cents, 5 or 6 cents per user. So big difference in cost. So that's my two use cases for Amazon. So yeah, that's it for my demo.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank
Thank
you.
you, Jambi. We'll just go around. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.